welcome back to Morning Tai Chi with Justin. We are on day 20, I'm losing track, day 25 I believe. And today we're going to focus on the last set in the basic steps. So we've done 1 through 4. Yesterday was a combination of 3 and 4. Today is the last step. So we're going to focus on that today. And at the end of today's session we're going to have your bonus lesson, which is going to be on, we're going to do a little stretching, okay? Wake up the body a little bit more, stretch out, loosen up. Maybe go outside later today if you get some activity outdoors, it'll help you. So today we're going to start off also by reading from the Tao Te Ching. This is number 4. The Tao is like a well, used but never used up. It is like the eternal void, filled with infinite possibilities. It is hidden but always present. I don't know who gave birth to it. It is older than God. And I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a woodpecker outside that's making a lot of noise right now. So, let me turn on my music and we'll start. You can hear it? Mm-hmm. No, you cannot come in. No, you can't play right now. All right? Not right now. I'll bring one to you. And then can you go upstairs and get us a pen, please? Or go upstairs and get one. Okay, so back. Let's start with our warm-up, and then we'll do our Qigong. So loosen up your wrists. What are you staring at? You're going to do it too? Alright, and then push the hands out. Good. Switch, push out the other way. Stretch your arms, pull your hands back towards you a little bit. Then push out the palms, raise the arms to the ceiling. Good, pull them up behind your ears. Look up, then lean back slightly. Come back to the front, push forward, drop the shoulders, extend your arms. Drop your chin to your chest and round your upper back. Lower the arms, roll your body up, and roll your shoulders. Good. Forward. Good. Hold the elbows, give me a twist to both sides 2 times. 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Separate your feet a little bit. Bring one arm up to your ear, lean to the opposite side. Switch, hand to the waist, other hand push up. Body tall, lean. Keep the arm near your ear. Push forward, bend your knees, round your back like we did earlier. And lift up again, this time squat a little bit lower, push up. Keep the arms out, extend your legs, reach down towards the floor. Bend your knees a little bit, come on up. Bring your feet close together. And circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Squat down a little bit. Extend your legs. Squat a little bit lower. Extend, reach down towards your feet. Bend the knees, push off the legs, and come up. Good. We haven't done this one for a little while, but if you have a chair, a bench, anything that's a little bit higher than the floor that you can put your foot on that is sturdy, please go ahead and grab that now. If you don't have anything, you can still use the floor. It's fine. We're going to use the bench in this case. Place one foot up on top of the bench. Doesn't matter which one you start with. Hold your waist, legs straight, pull your toes back, body nice and tall, and you're going to lift your leg. Okay, lift your leg about an inch or two off of the bench. Hold it there. Good. Hold it, 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 hold it. Place it down. Then reach out, stretch forward to touch the bench. Good. Come back. Do it again. Nice and tall. Lift the leg for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Stretch forward, reach out farther than the front of the bench. See if you can get out to where your foot is resting. And come up. Other side. Here we go. Switch feet. You notice my bottom foot is pointing forward and not outward away from me. I need it pointing towards the bench. Toes pull back, leg as straight as possible, and body as tall as possible. Hold your waist and lift. Hold it there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Reach forward towards the bench. And come back up. Hold the waist. Lift again. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and down. Stretch forward. And come up. Bring the leg down. Good. That's it. Now, we move on to our Qigong exercises. So for those of you just tuning in for the first time, either on Facebook or Instagram or later on YouTube, these exercises are very good for strengthening your immune system, specific towards the kidneys, the spleen and stomach, and the lungs. For those of you who are familiar in Oriental medicine, what these organ systems are used for. These help to strengthen those 3/4 organ systems. Okay? Here we go. Starting with your feet shoulder width apart, palms upwards towards the ceiling. This is the opening exercise. 1, breathe in. 2, breathe out. 1 and 2. Again. At this point of the Qigong exercise, this is the opening, so you should be making sure that your posture is in the right position, head nice and tall, shoulders back, etc. And after you finish the last one, we begin with the kidney exercise, which is leaning forward, your hands on the inside of your legs, drawing up through the channel as you inhale. 1, we come all the way around the back to where the kidneys rest, and then up to the front to the top of the channel, hold a ball. At this point, we're going to squat, exhale, and say the sound chui, and repeat. Breathe in. Chui. Last time. Second exercise for the spleen and the stomach. Breathing in, 1. One hand pushes up, other hand pushes down while you say hu. Hu. Alternating hands. Hu. Good. Full extension. One more time, both sides. Good. Bring the hands to the front. Place them on the abdomen. Left for men, right for women. The other hand on top. Leaning forward slightly. This is for the lungs. We're going to inhale, open the arms. Exhale, say the sound. And repeat. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. Inhale. Exhale. And lift the body up. Closing exercise, the same as the beginning. 1, 2, and 3. And bring the hands to the abdomen. Same position with the hands as you did in the previous exercise for the lungs. Left for men, right for women. Other hand on top. Then I just want you to close your eyes for 20 seconds. Even breathing into the abdomen. Slow inhale, slow exhale for 20 seconds. Begin. And come back. Open the eyes, lower the arms. Nice job. Okay? You can repeat that exercise throughout the day. Do it more than 3 times for each organ system. Just come back and watch the video. I have a slightly longer version available that was recorded before all of the coronavirus stuff. Actually, just as at the beginning, but that video is available as well. Just search on YouTube for the immune strengthening Qigong exercises. Okay? So today's lesson we're going to focus on the next basic step, which is actually the last one, number 5. So 5 basic steps in Tai Chi. We've worked on forward step, we've worked on backward step, and we've worked on the sideways step, left and right. We did that one yesterday. Today is the last one. If we've gone forward and backward and left and right, the only place for us to go is ultimately staying in the center, and that requires up and down movement from a single position. That also requires you to stay still, finding the center of each of your movements. So we're going to do a couple things now to get you into the position of finding your center. Okay? First exercise we practice is similar to what we were just doing in Qigong, and this is a Wuji exercise. Wuji is the Chinese term that is essentially the opposite of Tai Chi. Okay, so Tai Chi, the literal translation, is something along the lines of the ultimate extreme. You know, Wuji is the absence of an extreme. So you're practicing one thing, doing all of this great movement, beautiful actions, very smooth, very fluid, and then we have things that are stationary. Okay, so this is a chance for you to calm, to stay relaxed, and to retract your chi back into the center. So for those of you who are acupuncturists or oriental medicine students or practitioners out there, or even if you're just an enthusiast or something, you're probably familiar with what we call the lower dantian. So this is your chance to make contact with your lower dantian to maintain your center. And this is also actually where the center of your gravity is. Anytime you perform a movement, there has to be a central point. And this is the stabilizing point of your body. So, For Wuji position, your feet are under your shoulders with your toes pointed forward. So don't allow your feet to go like this, one foot in, one foot out. Both feet pointed forward. Knees a little bit soft and bent, but you should still be able to see your toes. So don't thrust your legs forward. So knees a little bent, hips relaxed, a little bit of engagement happening in the abs, which forces your tailbone to sink and allows your lower back to open. And then from here up, relax the chest. Don't push forward, don't pull inward. Find a happy medium and allow your shoulders to help stabilize that. Shoulders are done by pulling them up, pushing them back gently, and resting them back down. Okay? So don't force them down, don't force them forward, don't force them back. Right in the middle. Last but not least, our head stays tall through the crown of our head. So from this point, you can feel head pulling upward, body sinking downwards. Basically, you feel a little stretch. You feel your whole body elongating. And now, at this point, we can bring our hands to the front. When your hands come to the front in a position like Wuji, you need to have your wrists and your shoulders roughly about the same level, and your elbows a little bit lower than both. You'll notice that if you raise your elbows up as high as your shoulders, that this becomes a little bit tight. So as you're doing this exercise, keep the elbows slightly lower and the arms extended outward with your fingers pointing at each other. You're creating this circle in front of you. Okay? Then from this position, you can stay here for as long as you like. A minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Whatever type of practice you're trying to perform, you can maintain this position as long as you're strong enough to do so. So let's stay here for about 20 seconds. And in this position, just remember to keep your head tall, your shoulders back, your body relaxed, your spine in the positions we discussed, cervical up, lower back open, tailbone sinking. There's a lot that you need to remember, but once you gain an understanding of your posture, then ultimately you can move from this position at any point. So Wuji position is your chance to maintain this practice. Now, there's another key element that I haven't shared with you yet, which is your breathing. This should be happening from down here. When we get tired, when we get a little uncomfortable, our breath starts to slowly creep upwards and we start to breathe from here. It's like an anxiety attack, panic attack, or hyperventilating. You start to breathe way up here. Try to keep everything down, relaxed. If you start to get a little tired in your arms, just let them rest. Okay? You can maybe pause and come back to here. And then bring your hands back up and repeat. Okay, so you could practice for several minutes. You could do a minute here. You could do a minute here. Come back for another minute here. Come back to another minute here. Do the whole thing like this. Slow, even breathing. Keep your eyes closed and allow yourself to relax into your legs, because you can relax now. So in order for you to find your center, in order for you to find this place where you should be moving from when you're doing forward step, when you're doing backward step, when you're doing sideways step, this needs to be balanced, but your power needs to be generated from your legs. So any tension you have up here needs to slowly descend down into your legs so that your body can access it and use that to generate the power that is needed to move slowly and smoothly through each of your Tai Chi actions. Okay? So this is a brief explanation as to how you can practice it stationary. Now, what we also need to think about is up and down movement, and that is positions like this. We have a little left and right, but then we ultimately have to come up and down. So when we're moving upwards and downwards, we're going to do this one together. I want you to keep your body position tall and your bottom foot flat. Okay, don't let the foot roll around. Try your best to keep your balance. So, feet shoulder width, hands to your sides. This is called Golden Rooster stance on one leg. First, we shift to one side, opposite side lift, down, and lift, down, and lift, down, and lift. Good. Again, this time lift a little bit higher. Down and lift. Hold there. Good. Down. Lift a little bit higher. Down. And lift. You notice my elbow and my knee close together. Down. And lift. One more. Down. Lift. And stop. Good. Now, next one we're going to do is a little bit lower. We're going to drop down, do the same thing, take a wider step, come across, and then repeat the lift. So you're going to work your legs a little bit more and take your time. Start from here. First one, down, wider step, shift, and lift all the way up. Extend your leg. Down, 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 step, and lift. Down. Here, when you step across, stay level all the way until lift. Down. Lift. One more time, both sides. Down. Lift. And down. And lift. Good. Okay? So a little bit harder, a little bit more in terms of the distance that you have to step out. A little more control is involved, especially for the downward portion. A lot of people have difficulty coming low. So this is an easy form of coming down low, actually. Harder form would be coming down very low to the floor and then pushing all the way through into a longer stance. So this kind of action, obviously more advanced. You need more flexibility, more strength, but you also need to have a very strong understanding of where your center is. Anytime you lose balance, you've lost connection to your center. Anytime you feel a little bit wobbly, even if you're on one leg and you feel nice and tall, you've lost connection to your center. So here's my final key point for practicing center exercises that involve balancing on one side. And that point is your bottom foot needs to push down and your body needs to extend upward. Anything that grows out in nature that has a root, the root is going to grow downward while the plant is going to grow upward. It grows in both directions. So don't only think about up. Don't only think about one direction. Think about both directions. There's equal opportunity going in both directions. Same thing for you. One, push down, lift up. Down, relax that growth. Other side, push down, lift. This will help you with your balance. But don't make the base leg or foot become stiff and rock hard and think that you're pushing down when in fact you're just tensing up. You have to understand the difference, and that comes with time. So that's the end of today's lesson on the basic step, finding the center of your steps. Tomorrow we will do a review of all 5 steps, backward, forward, side to side, and center. We'll get a full review of that, so make sure you tune in tomorrow and make sure you stay for your bonus lesson after this one. So 5 minutes, take a quick break. If you need to use the restroom, come back. If you have a nice comfortable mat to sit on, yoga mat, anything like that, that's perfect. We're going to do 5 minutes of stretching. Okay, here we go. I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Stay happy, stay healthy, and stay home. See you.